Hi crocheters of the world, I'm Oana and this is Oana's crochet channel on YouTube, and in this tutorial I will show you how to work the sweater that I am wearing right now. It's a top-down sweater, again top-down, and as I always say, it's really easy to work, it's really easy to resize. Just watch the tutorial and you'll see how easy it is. For the top-down sweater, from my point of view, so these are my rules. I don't believe in gauge, first. Second, my rules. From my rules, it's really easy to work. I'm trying to put down, so to write down the general rules for a top-down, or as I said before, I want to underline these my rules, because yes, of course, I cannot say this is the way you have to work it top down. It's my way. So if you want to, you can try it. It's a really easy method. You don't need a gauge, so you don't need to waste time to work a swatch and to create this kind of gauge. I learned by myself to work sweaters and cardigans, and it's really easy. Now, first of all, the top down, it's easy because, you know, we began with all-in-one with the sleeves, front side and back side, and we have a unique piece until we finish the yoke. And the yoke, it's the most important part of a top-down sweater or cardigan, because it's the part that makes the sweater to fit us. That's why. Now, as you can see, it's a really easy pattern because it's only a double crochet, and here I put a cable pattern that you already have in my tutorial. So another thing that I want to show you, it's the yarn that I worked with, and it's Italian yarn. Its name is Ophelia Italy Queen. I bought it on Amazon, so if you can buy it, you can buy it. It's really nice. It is on the label, it's written that it can be worked with 5 to 6 millimeters hook. I worked it all with a 5.5 millimeters hook, and the nice thing, a really nice feature of this yarn is that it has sequences that are thick and sequences that are thin, and this is really nice, and when you work it, it gives a really nice effect or nice touch. Now, another interesting feature is that it has a metallic yarn, metallic silver yarn, and this is another thing that gives to our sweater and a really lovely touch. Even if it's a sport or a casual sweater, with this silver touch, it's really, really nice. Now, it can be worked for a woman or a man. It's really easy and, let's say, classic. And I'm trying to write down the instructions for my size. It's a medium size, but from there you can just work it in any kind of size that you want, even for a child. What can I say? What else can I say of the... Yes, I used about let me think a little bit, for 100 grams of yarn for me, for my size, for a medium size, and yes, this is what I have. It's really, I don't know, it's really nice to work. It's relaxing to work a sweater, and it's really, really satisfying to wear your the sweater that you worked. It's really, really nice. Now, I just led you to the tutorial. As I said, I'm trying to write down for the neckline. Actually, in the tutorial I show you another way of working the neckline, and I explain it this one. This one is really easy. It's only 3 single crochet rows, and the last one it's a crab stitch row, so it's really easy. and the drawstring, that it's all in the tutorial. So I let you to the tutorial and see you at the next tutorial. Bye bye! First of all, I want to show you the yarn that I will use for this project. It's a chunky yarn, or number 5, or a yarn that goes with a 5 to 6 millimeters hook. It's a yarn that I bought on Amazon Italy, so I don't know if you find it, but it's a chunky yarn, so this is important, number 5. So you will just buy a chunky yarn that goes with a 5 to 6 millimeters hook. Okay, now for the raglan style, because it's a top-down raglan style, we will need, first of all, the most important measure is the back side, shoulder to mid-shoulder to mid-shoulder. So for this you will just measure yourself, and then you will begin with the chains that must be multiple of 3, and I put 30. Okay, and 30 chains, and this is about 23 centimeters, 24 centimeters, okay, for the back side. Now from this 30, the third part, so that's why we need a multiple of 3. So the third part will be my sleeve, which is 10. And I will put 10 plus 10 because of course I have 2 sleeves, okay? So I will add 20 more stitches. Then for the raglan increases, which are 4 stitches, I will put 4 more chains, which means 54. And for the front side, I will add 2 and 2, so 4 more stitches, which is finally 58 stitches, chain stitches, of course. Plus 3 more for the first double crochet. We will work the first round with the double crochet, which means, so another thing, I worked my chain with the 5.5 millimeters hook, and I will work all the project with the 5.5 millimeters hook, so something in between 5 and 6 millimeters hook. Okay, and now into my 5th chain from the hook, I already put my 3, so it's 58 plus 3 for the first double crochet. So now I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, and into my 5th I will insert my hook and work my first double crochet. And now I just want to continue on like this, working 1 double crochet in each of my chains, and this will be my first row. Okay, so now that we finished the very first round, we have 58 stitches, and let me just show you the stitches how they are, and of course where to put your markers. Now I said we have 30 for the back side, and here we have the raglan, we will have the raglan increases, so the stitches for the raglan. Okay, now we have 10 for the sleeve, and we have 2 and 2 for the front side, okay? And of course the raglan increases, they are 4. So we will work the second round, the second row, sorry, like this. We will begin with an increase into the first of these 2 stitches for the front side, so which means we chain 3, and into the same first stitch we work 1 more double crochet, and this is my first increase. The increases on the front side won't count, are 2 increases more, so we have 4 increases for the raglan and 2 more at the beginning, at the end of each row. So I put my first increase, and now I will work another double crochet. And into the next stitch, and these are my first 2 stitches, into the next stitch I will work my raglan increase. So I will insert the hook and work 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Okay, it's here that I will put my first marker, because this is my first increase of the raglan style, okay? So I just put the marker in between these 2 stitches. And also, so this is my first round actually, row actually. Okay, into the second I said we begin with an increase, then we work, so I will put it here. We begin with an increase, we will work one more stitch, and then will be the increase here. So we have one stitch from the raglan increase, that is for the front side. And for the sleeve we have the increase, we work 10 stitches, and then we will put another increase into the next stitch. And one of these increase will be for the sleeve and the other one for the back side. So actually imaginary, we have to think of pieces. We work together the yoke, but we have to think it separately. So front side, we put the increase at the beginning of the row, then we put an increase on the raglan, and this is the front side. So one increase of the first raglan, the other increase of the first raglan increase, it's for the sleeve, and the same thing it's here. So we have one increase for the sleeve and the other increase is for the back side, and the same thing it's here. So we will put another increase, one is for the back side and the other one is for the sleeve. Here we will have another increase, this is a second round, a row, another increase, one for the sleeve and one for the front side, and on the front side we will put one more increase. So we will begin to write down our rows, sorry. So into the first we have exactly the same number, so we have, this is the first row, sorry. So for the front side we begin with the back side, so I will put a B. Okay, back side 30. Now sleeve 10, and front side it's 2. Now from the second we will add 2 more in each section. So back side will be 32, sleeve will be 12, and front side will be 4. Okay, into the third we will put back side 34, sleeve 14, and front 6. Okay, now we work like this. We already work our first increase, and as I said, it's the marker that separates the sections. So this is the front side now into the second row, sorry. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have 4 stitches now, and now let me show you how it looks, the sleeve. So this, the second increase, the second stitch of the increase goes for the sleeve. Now I will work my 10 stitches for the sleeve. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And another increase, which means into the next stitch I work 1 and 1 more, and I will put the marker. So let's say it's the marker that divides actually our sections. And now all that we have here, it's the sleeve. So from one marker to another, which means we have the 10 stitches that we work plus the 2 stitches of the 2 increases. So it's 12. And we will go on like this to work. We already have our first stitch of the increase for the back side, and we go on and work 30 stitches plus 1 increase, and so on. We will repeat the same thing for the second sleeve and the front side to finish the second round. It's row. So I finished my second row and I mark it as finished, and now I will work two more rounds rows in the same manner with the same increases. I just want to show you how to work the increases for the raglan for now on. So chain 3 and into the first double crochet, work 1 more, and this is the first increase, so it's the increase for the front side, not the raglan. Now work the stitches as they are until you reach the marker, and actually you will have 5 stitches now if you want to count them. 1 2 3 4 5. And now in between the stitches, so where you have the marker, actually here in between the first increase, which is here, we will put another. In between the stitches we will work the increases, so it's 1 and 2. Okay, and in between these 2 stitches we put the marker. It's really easy. And now with this increase we have 6 stitches on the front side, so which is 1 2 3 4 5 6, and we continue on like this, working the stitches as they are now. So this is my first stitch of the increase of the previous row, and I just go on like this, working the stitches as they are for the front side until I reach the marker. And of course from time to time you just count your stitches just to be sure that you worked all the increases, but if you just go on like this, it's from marker to marker, and you don't forget to increase, it's just easy. Okay, and I will work like this my third row, which is this one, and 1 more row, and then I will be back to show you how to continue on. So I finished my 4 rows, and now I have 36 stitches on the back side, 16 for the sleeves, and 8 and 8 for both parts of the front side. And I will begin my 5th row with a chain of 11. 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Now work 3 more chains for the first double crochet and into the fifth chain from the hook. Work your second double crochet and continue on like this for your 11 double crochets. So we just added 11 double crochet on one part of the front side. Okay. So here it is, my last. Just want to count to be sure. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 11. Perfect. Now I just want to continue on my stitches working, and I will maintain only the increases for the raglan, so the 4 increases with the marker. Okay, so I won't increase anymore on into the first and into the last stitch of the row. So I almost finished the row, and now I have to put my 11 double crochet, so to add my 11 double crochet on this side too, of course. And first of all I want to tell you something. So if you work it with more or less stitches, depends of the size that you are working, you will work the same thing here into your into your fifth, actually it's your fifth row. So these stitches that we added are the stitches that we need to have the same number of stitches with the back side. So on the back side we have 38 stitches, and on the front side now we have 8 and 8 plus 11 and 11, which is 38. So 16 plus 22, yes, which is 38. So you must work the same thing. So for example, I don't know, if you have 30, if you want to work something really little, so a small size for a child maybe, you will have to work the stitches, so to add the stitches on one side and on the other side, so half of the stitches that the amount of the stitches that you need to have the same number of stitches on the front side and on the back side. So now I have 8 and 8, which is 16, and on the back side I have 38. So 22 stitches I have to put. So I put 11 on one side and 11 on the other side. This is the idea. And now to add here on this side my 11 stitches, I will show you a trick. Now take another skein of yarn, the same yarn of course, and chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. And we need 11 stitches. Cut the yarn. We need 11 stitches, but I put 12 chains because now when I just close this, I pull and the 12 chain becomes my my knot here, okay? And I actually remain with 11 chains. Perfect. Now let's add this. So here I worked until the last, into the last stitch I haven't worked so far because I want to insert my, and the last stitch is the chain 3. So into the beginning chain 3, actually the third chain here, I insert the hook and I pull the tail of my chains through it, okay? And now I just want to pull it through the first chain again, like this. So just to join it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Yes, perfect. And now I will take my working yarn and I will actually work my last stitch into the same third chain. Okay. And I will continue with my 11 chains. With my 11 stitches. So insert the hook into the very first chain here and bring the tail on the back side and put it on the hook and work your first double crochet of your 11. And now working the tail on the back side, continue on working your stitches on the chain. And now you will add like this the stitches on this side too, on this part too of the front side. Okay, now I'm just working my double crochets and that's it. Okay, and into the last 2. Okay, and now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Perfect. So I have my stitches just perfect like this. Okay, this is what I have so far. Okay. Now we will work like this from this 6th row. So with chain 3, and this chain 3 won't count as a stitch, so into the first single crochet we want to double crochet, we want to double crochet. And now on the next 8 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we want to work like this. First 2 will be front post double crochets. 1 and 2. It's exactly the same pattern that I showed you in a tutorial of a cable stitch, but I will let you the link below so you can watch it. So, but it's only that it's work in groups of 2 instead of groups of 3. So actually we have only 8 stitches, not 12. Okay, so our 4 groups of 2. Now this is the first group of 2. Now on the next 2 groups of 2 double crochets, so 4 double crochets, we want to crisscross them. So we will skip the first 2 around the post of the third, work a front post long double crochet, which means yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2 and pull through 2, and around the next work the same thing. And now we have to come back and to work into the skepped stitches. This is my first, so yarn over, insert the hook from the back side into the stitch and work a long double crochet, and now into the second exactly the same thing. And the last 2 stitches we want to work them as the first 2 of the cable, so front post double crochets. And now for the rest of the row, so this is the beginning, and this will be actually our front side from now on. This is the front side of our blouse, of our, I don't know, sweater. Okay, and from now now we will continue on with the round, working the stitches as they are, and the increasing, 4 increasing raglan increasing as they are. So we increase in these 4 points with the markers, places with the markers for the raglan. Okay, we continue on with the raglan. Okay, I will be back to show you how to finish this round. Sorry, row. So I finished all around, and now I have to work my cable motif here too. So I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So on this 9 I will work exactly the same thing as I worked at the beginning of the row. So 2 front post over the first 2, now skip 2 and work 2 long double crochet, front post double crochet, and then we just have to go back and work into the stitch long double crochet. And as I said before, you have the link below of the pattern, so just go on and watch it. I just don't want to waste time with something that I already put on another tutorial. Okay, work your last stitch and always begin with a chain 3 with which won't count as a stitch. So chain 3 and into the first double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then work your pattern, cable pattern on the next 8 stitches, and then the yoke. So continue on working like this for the yoke. Now this is the swatch, so this is actually the cable stitch pattern that I'm talking about, and here we work it on 12 stitches and with groups of 3, but on our sweater we are working it on 8 stitches and groups of 2, so 4 groups of 2 instead of 4 groups of 3, and that's why we have 8, but the rest is exactly the same. So please watch the tutorial and see how it works. Okay, and now I will just go on to finish my yoke, and I will increase in each row on my 4 raglan increases until I will have the perfect fit for me. Now the beautiful part of the top of a top down is that we can increase as much as we want. So if you see that it's too large, you can just increase in each of your second row. Or if you think the sleeves are too large and you have to increase only on the body, you can increase only on the body, so you will increase just 1. Okay, you will put just 1 stitch for the body and then the marker and then the sleeve. you will work the sleeve with the same number of stitches. So the beautiful part of the top down is that you can make it to fit yourself, so the perfect fit for yourself. And this is a thing that we cannot actually work with a bottom-up pullover because it's a little bit difficult. When we work a bottom-up pullover, we can wear it and try it when it's ready. So it's a little bit difficult, and we cannot wear it. Actually, this one we can put it on us and see if it's okay, if it's not okay, if it's too tight, or I don't know, too loose or too large or too small. So that's it. Now let me just finish my yoke, and of course I will be back to show you how to continue on. So here I am with the yoke ready for my size. So this is the yoke that fits me. Now look what I did. So I always do like this. I put together the two markers and I try it on me, so if it's okay. And like this I can figure out how many chains I have to put underarm to fit. So this is a little bit tight, so I will put yes, maybe 3 or 4 chains. So this is you to decide. Now I will, my raglan, so actually on my raglan I have 21 centimeters. So this is again for you to have a idea. Now I want, of course, to divide the front side from the front side, back side from the, so the body from the sleeves. And what I want to say is that this is in Italian, but it's okay. So the numbers, it's exactly the same. And I went on for 7 more rows. Sorry, yes, rows. For 7 more rows. So this 5th row was the row where we worked the chains, and we actually worked the stitches, have the stitches exactly the same from the front side to the back side, so 38 stitches. And I went on for 7 more rows, and into the 12th, actually from the beginning, the 12th, I stopped. And I actually have now, for the front side and back side, because now are the same number of stitches, 52 stitches. Of course, front side I have half and half. And for the sleeve I have 32 stitches. Okay, and now I want to divide. So to divide, we just go on with the front side, so with the pattern stitch, because I will work a little bit, which means two more rows, and then I will join and work in rounds for the rest of the sweater. So I will work in rows 2 more after I will divide. So I will work my first, my front side with the pattern stitch, cable stitch, of course. Here I will work my front side, and then I will put 3, maybe 4, I will see how many chains, and then the back side, and again the same thing, 3 or 4, the same number of chains, and then the front side. But let me just finish the front side, then I will show you how to skip the sleeve and to go on and work the back side. So I worked all the stitches of the front side, and now I am here, and I have to skip all the stitches of the sleeve and to work some, as I said before, chains underarm. Now you have to consider that on the last here double crochet, sorry, on the last double crochet on the front side and the first that we will work on the back side will be possible to put, not will be possible, but we will put some stitches when we will work the first round of the sleeve. So you have to consider these two. It's very important. And considering these 2 double crochets, so the length actually, because we can actually put 2 stitches here more, and on the other side 2 stitches more, so there are 4 stitches that we will add. And for this I consider only 2 chains to skip, so for the underarm. Okay, now I insert the hook left side. So I have the marker here, I have the increase of the previous row and the stitch here on the left side of the marker, and I worked my first double crochet of the back side. And now can you see what am I talking about here, about the 2 double crochets that we worked, the last of the front side and the first of the back side? These two I will keeping these 2 markers here because we need it. We need to know how many stitches we have. So we have 32. I have 32 from one marker to another. And then here, can you see, it's this space is not only the 2 chains but the posts of the double crochets where we will add some more stitches. So that's why I think, for me, not I think, for me it's okay. I always, after I work my first round of the division, so where I divide the body from the sleeves, I put it on me to see if it's okay, if it fits. It's very important. And now I just go on and work my back side, and the same thing I will do for the second sleeve of other sleeve. This is just obvious. And I will continue on, as I said, for 2 or 3 more rows, and then I will be back to show you how to begin to work in rounds. So for me it's enough. I went on for 2 more rows. So I have 3 rows of the body with the first one that I worked to, actually the row of the division. And now if you want to go on like this, so to work in rows for a cardigan, you can just continue on working in rows for the length that you want. But if you want to work it as I do, you have to finish here with a slip stitch like this. I will chain 1 and cut the yarn if I can find my scissors, of course. Find them, cut the yarn, and now I will continue on working from here. So underarm, in which one of our 2 stitches, my 2 stitches that I added with the chain 2, okay? And another thing, it's a particular thing, yes, of this yarn. So if you can find something like this, will be really nice for your cardigan or sweater. It's that it has sequences of thin yarn and then thick. It's thin and thick, and it's really gives to the texture a very nice look. Okay, so I will insert the hook here, and I will just continue on for the length that I want. Then we just have to work and of course I will work in rounds as work in rows, which means I will chain 1 and turn after each of my round. Okay, so this is another thing very important. Okay, now let me finish the length of my sweater, because mine is sweater, and I continue on with the cable pattern too. Okay, so I will just go on, but it will only be close, so it will be a sweater. Okay, and I will show you how to work the hoodie, and that's all. So I finished the length of my cardigan, of my sweater, sorry, pullover, and as you can see I put a drawstring. And first of all I want to show you, isn't it nice? It's a very nice drawstring, and it is really easy to work. So let me show you. So I have it like this because it's the yarn that is thick and thin, so it has sequences of thin yarn and then thick and so on, and that's why I have the same thing. but we have a nice drawstring. So first of all, you go on and work a chain of the length that you need for your drawstring. Then so easy, insert the hook into a second chain and begin to work slip stitches, but not very but loose, not very loose but loose, okay, like this. So in each of your chain work one slip stitch loose. And this is how you can work a drawstring for any kind of thing you want, okay? So I work it, use it here to close the open part of my neckline, but so here I am. Just want to show you. This is my drawstring. Easy and so nice. Okay, now I will work a row of single crochet all around the neckline, and for this I will use my 5mm hook, not my 5.5, the hook that I work with all the project. Okay, so slip stitch, insert the hook into the very first chain, and we know that we have 9 stitches here, so we have 1 plus 8 of the pattern, cable pattern. Now we will work first our 9 single crochets over the 9 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, try to insert the hook into the chain, 6, 7, 8, no, it's not good, I don't know, but there are more, 1, 2, so this is 1, so try to be attentive here. This is my first one, yes, this is my second one, 2, my third, yes, 3, 4, and this one, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and now it's perfect. Okay, from here I have to work stitches around the post of the double crochets of the rows that I increase for the neckline. Okay, I have these 4, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, 4 rows. So I will work around them some single crochets, and first of all I insert the hook here and I work my first one. Now you can also put a marker into the last of your 9 stitches, because you know that you will have to work 9 stitches here too. Okay, so this is my first one around the stitches, then the second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think 6 are just enough. And now I will work here. This is my first chain of my 58 beginning chains. I will put a marker here so I know, or maybe here, so I know that this is my first one of my 58, and here I have 9 and here I have 6, so I work all my 58 stitches until my last chain here. Then here I will work exactly the same number of stitches, which is 6 in my case, and then 9 more. Okay, so we have must have the same number of stitches of on one side and on the other side. Let me finish this row and I will be back. So I finished the single crochet row, and now if you want to have only a round, nice and round neckline, go on with 2 or 3 more single crochet rows. But I want to show you something else, as I think. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 into the next, so it's the one of our 6 here. Insert your hook and chain 2 for the first single double crochet. Now continue on working one double crochet, sorry, into each of your single crochet until you reach the last 9 stitches. So we will left out of our border actually the part with the cables. I already put the marker here, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I will have to stop here, turn and work another row. I will go on for, I'm not sure, 5 to 10 rows, depends on how many you want, but just let me work my double crochet rows, and I will be back to show you what I have and actually what I mean by working these rows. Okay, will be something like this. Okay, I'm back because I am ready with my border here. So I worked 5 rows, and this is what I have. Now we can wear it like this if we want to, or actually like this. Okay, so that's why I opted for this kind of neckline. But as I said before, you can put it all around, work 3-4 rows of single crochet, and you will have a basic round neckline. Okay, now I worked my first double crochet row with the same 5 millimeters as I worked the single crochet, and then I switched to the 5.5. Okay, so this is what I have. So now I am almost ready because I have one sleeve ready, and I just want to show you how to begin your sleeve, and that would be all. One more thing for the length of the cardigan, of the sweater. When you pass your waistline, so in between the waistline and shoulders, you can put some increases, so you can shape actually the sweater with some increases. So I put in each of my third, for only 2 rounds, I put 4 increases, 2 on the front side and 2 on the back side. So don't work more than 4 increases, and you will see as the shape is right, so you can go on with some more, but only into your second or third round. Okay, so 4 per round and only into your second or third, and this is in between the waistline and the shoulder. Okay, now that's it. Let's see how to begin the sleeve. So here I am with my sleeve, and I know that I have 36 stitches. I hope so. There, 36. Just wait a minute, I want to is this mine? No. Yes, there are 36 stitches, because for the yoke I worked 14. I know that I said at that time when I show you the yoke ready, I said I worked 12, I think. Yes, 12 rounds, but actually I worked 14, so it's 14 rounds, and I have 36 stitches all around for the sleeve and not 32 as I said. It's not a big deal because anyway it's you to decide where to begin the division. Okay, so it's okay. Now 36, which means I have my 2 stitches here. Yes, 1 and 2. I will insert the hook into the second. Like this. And I will work 2 more here. Okay. And then I will begin here into the marker where is my first stitch of my 36 that I have. So begin with chain 2, which is my first double crochet, and 2 more somewhere, you know. 1, it can be here, and the other one can be here. You can put more than 2. So you can put 3 if you want to, and then work some decreases just to have the perfect number of stitches. I put 2 more, and now I am ready to begin with my stitches. So I will work my 36, and then the important thing where you finish your 36, you will put 2 more and you will work this one. Okay, so on the underarm. Okay, and like this you will have 6 more 6 more stitches added, so 36 plus 6 are 42. So I will have 42 stitches all around, and I will just go on like this for the length that I need. But as I said, if you want, you can also decrease. You will put a decrease at the end, at the beginning of the next round, at the beginning of the round in each of your third round. Don't exaggerate with the decreases. Okay, so if you want that kind of classic shape of the sleeve, you can decrease in each of your third round. But I really like this shape right, so it's straight. Okay, I have the same number of stitches here, up here, and at here. Okay, now I will just go on with my sleeve, and I will be ready with my sweater in no time. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will do some more with easy top down sweaters and cardigans. So in order to get you a little bit confidence with this technique. Actually, I understand, I learn it by myself and without gauge and without measures, and it works. So that's why I'm trying to give you confidence, okay, to make some sweaters and cardigans and pullovers, ponchos for you or for your family. So see you at the next tutorial. Bye bye.